All right, welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest Gameplay of sorts. Yeah, and this is the second time I'm recording this because Linux failed spectacularly. I can't say that word. Real quickly, hi. It is 34 or 43.4 degrees in Chicago on this Friday, May 8th. A very cool day. So let's look at some screenshots from our users. And this one's by George. It's the updated inside of his bowling alley. And he asked a question about those spheres that I made off the Technics. And unfortunately, they only come in one size. That's a cool bowling alley. Nice. And Skates99 updated their modern house. I take it they don't want anybody to come in because there's do not enter. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Yes. But he left the door open. And that is a cool house. I like that. I like those balconies and you got the first floor here. Entrance is on the second floor. You got a third floor. That is really cool. So this is a house made in Mineclone 2 that I almost lost to lightning fire. Yeah, I could see fire off in the distance over here. Yep. I had to turn fire spread off because it was just pulverizing everything that I had when I was playing that. And then my farm area in progress. That is really cool. What you could do here, you see how these are real jagged? You could take these same bricks and you can put them upside down and it'll make a real smooth transition, or you could do an upside down stair, which would fill that in real nicely, real cool like. But up here on my farm, on my barn, it was in Home Decor and Dream Builder. There's a metal pole and it sits in the center. And you need the screwdriver though. So you can place it, but it'll be up and down. And you could use the screwdriver to make it stick out like a flagpole or something. And then I believe it's the ropes mod, which has those you put those little tackles on there and it'll drop the rope down. You could stop the rope anywhere you want. And you can put a bale of hay on there because that's what these attics were used for. But that's some little tips to enhance your gameplay. That's really cool looking. I like that farm. And the snow is encroaching. Yes, it is. So thank you very much for sending those in. And to send that in, and any correspondence, Simbicon was asking about where to send stuff to. It's richardjeffreyshow@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Yeah. Let's get back to playing. So, and it's nighttime. Yay. It's always nighttime when I start. There's a problem with, on Linux, there is a major problem with the, I don't know if there was an update or whatever the case was, but the AMD GPU driver, I get an error message of that the video card is being overloaded. Now I'm looking at it on Windows, which I'm in right now, and the AMD Radeon driver, it's running at 61%. There's OBS and everything else. Now, if I just play the game, yesterday night I played the game for 3 hours and everything was fine. Oh, there's my signs. Office Central and Computers R Us. You can see I'm working on a mainframe server over here. I have cinematic turned on. It might be a little much because it's like floaty. I adjusted that to, it's set to 0.9 and I adjusted it to 0.85. So I have to go back in there. I forgot. I wanted to get this episode out. So, and there it is. There's the gargoyle. I found it. It was in Nathan's mod, the concrete forms. I'll show that in a second. But Simbicon had said, great job on your rendition of the Art Institute of Chicago. Thank you. I think all that dirt around the building should be replaced with dirt with grass. Yes, and it's growing. Ouch, ran into the sign pole. See? It's growing in. This tree, when I leveled all this area, this tree just grew. The problem is I don't want to get rid of it. That looks so cool. Yeah. So we're back out here at the Art Institute for a moment to show an update. George had asked those balls that can you make them the size of a bowling ball? No, there's only one output for the machines on there. And then Francisco wrote, I really love that you made this, referring to this, the Art Institute. I lived in Chicago for a decade and miss this so much. Don't forget to add these guys. And he's referring to the lions. What I'm going to do is I can make this, since it's my rendition, I can make this 1 wide, 2 wide, 3 wide, whatever I need. I'm going to try to play with some different blocks to see if I can recreate a rendition of the lion using different things that I can find here. Because I think there's a couple things in here that if I do, like I can simulate the legs and then, you know, the body, but then using these smaller micro blocks, I can make like the lion's mane and stuff like that. So I'm gonna play with that. But first, let's go inside. So thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. A peppermint candy. Nice texture pack. Thank you. If you go to my mods page on my website, it'll show all the mods and the texture packs that I use. And how, so what I do is I take Vanessa E's HDX. I take a select group of textures from there. A select group of textures from Polyguyana and my own. And, well, these aren't mine. These are Art Deco mod. Textures from 2 or 3 different mods, and the default textures, and just add them in until I get what I want to look like. Yeah. So, any other questions that we have? No, we don't. A peppermint candy. I'm doing my first house on Minetest on Linux. No mobs, just my nature. My mobs have mods. I have to learn how to enunciate my words. Mods have roof tiles, trees, swing, vase, fireflies, but no plants. If you're using, you can use, there's real cool mods for plants. Vanessa E's Plant Life. She's got a whole bunch of mods that you can add if you don't want to add Dream Builder or Home Decor. Because in Dream Builder, you get a whole mess load of stuff. But, you know, it's personal preference. That's what I'm using. Yeah. And no chairs. So you're making your chairs out of upside down stairs. Or stairs, which are cool. Stairs and signs, I still do that. Yeah, anyway, when I finish, I just might make a short video. Minecraft videos didn't do that well. So now I do other things. Keep trying. You know, it took me 3 years to get 842 subscribers. And to come out, if you see my videos from the past, oh my God, I cringe when I look at them. It's like, and now I'm going to place a block. Let's see, I can place it here. Yeah. So, not to say that my current stuff is any good, but there. We have the standard pictures. the Picasso, American Gothic, Nighthawks, this monstrosity. And then we go over to my work and my daughter's sketches. I scanned them in and put them in the Grimaldi mod. And this is some sketches she did. That one, I did this one and applied the canvas texture in GIMP. So it actually looks like a painting. And she actually won an award on this one through her art class. Very cool. And some more sketches. And then, Pikachu, I choose you. Then a cool viewer made that for me. So I thought I'd hang it in the museum. Yes. And then, for all you anime fans out there, 5 bonus points if you know who these 2 cool anime characters are. No? Well, that's Inuyasha and Kagome. It's a real cool anime series, really cool. And there he is. He's in a museum. And then Chicago Skyline, another one that I stole somewhere off the interwebs. Trip, whatever. You know, it's Creative Commons. It's fair use. So, and there's my flower. Yeah. I'm going to replace those with some better ones that I find. Yeah, they'll look really cool. So I put this little racetrack around here. I put the pyramid of bocce balls. And that's about it for here. Now we're going to go out back. I am lagging. I'm tired of lagging. This computer, there's no reason why it can't handle what I'm putting through it. So it's just I have to get the proper settings and everything else worked out. So there is that. So over here, I'm still playing with the idea of a city park. And then this is where the area, I did this building here. And this is going to be an older, like the older part of town, where everything over here, with the exception of the museum, is going to be all newer. But there it is. Isn't that cool? I think so, because I built it. And I believe I got this brick texture from the Pixar texture pack that they Creative Commons. One of the viewers, I will find the name, had showed me that. You know what? It looks kind of weird like that. It's almost like there should be another. It doesn't matter. I like it. Let's take a look at this real quick. Oh, back here, we have the mechanical room and garage for the building. We come out here, and I'm thinking about putting the swimming pool and tennis courts back here. This building almost looks like a school or an older style condo or apartment building. So I can make it like a modern, like, art school or something like that. And we'll go from there. Come back up here. These stairs turned out really cool. I was just playing around with them. They go up and up. That's a big room. Cool. But I'm still playing with that. I want to do something with the interiors of these buildings. There you have it. And the last video that I recorded, I had problems with the landscapers came. So I'm listening to listening to weed whackers and lawnmowers. So I stopped right here. So there's going to be older style buildings over here. And there's a couple of like row businesses, older style, that will come off of here. And this will all grow in. I haven't been here long enough for it to change the grass. So that is all the new stuff. Now, I just ran a red light. I don't have traffic cameras in my world. So I extended this road. And look at the bridge. Yes, indeed. So what we have here is a 3-way intersection, and it actually works. Boom. Green light. So I have my 3-way intersection up here. This is my suspension bridge. It is loosely based on a video that Z1 and Only did on a suspension bridge. That's where, and all I copied was how he did the, so at the top here to make it look sort of, well, it didn't really turn out. So that means I didn't copy anything, because it's supposed to have a gradual slope. So I'm going to have to play with these cables and maybe do 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 to give it a more gradual slope. But for now, that's cool. I got warning beacons up on the top. We come through here, I got all the traffic lights. It's only a two-lane road. And the reason why it's a 2-lane road is because of, I didn't think ahead. And here is the Old Town section. Here's a train station. Off of, there's the round restaurant. And what is my thing set to? 90, 100. The train station is right here. And then off over here in the distance is the nature resort. So we come down here and it goes perfectly into the Old Town roads. And that goes to the old section of town with the modern houses. And there's a resort over here. And there's a city, there's an old style park over here. So yeah, that is cool. We come over here and we are, so I'm going to play with this area here to make it look more presentable, some more pylons. And when we come into the bridge, I probably could have made this 3 towers and then went into a road deck, but I'm happy with it. And the bases are all concrete. There's little warning lights for boaters. So it turned out pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, no sharks ate me. So what happened was, in Linux, I'd come over here and I'd turn on full view. And I can see my AMG graphics are running at 50%. So it's just a little sluggish because I'm in unlimited view, but you can see the whole bridge in its glory there. I think that looks okay. If you look at the Golden Gate Bridge, it only has, I think there's 2 spans, but these spans are 25 blocks apart or 50 blocks apart. And so you have from this here to here is 25 blocks. So I think it looks pretty cool. I'm happy with it. I wish I didn't have to use those fence posts. I wish there was another more elegant way of doing that, but I am happy with it. And then I incorporated some cross beams. There's our warning beacons. Yeah. So that is what I've been up to. And like I said, yesterday I was playing for about 3.5 hours. Not a glitch. But in 5, you see, the first time I got that warning message on Linux on the video driver was when I played with 5.2, and it kept kicking out errors right before the screen would crash, and it would say video out of memory. So now over here, so that's a look at the suspension bridge. I got my suspension bridge in. And over here, I don't want to continue this on because I want to preserve this and use it. So I'm a big person for the game map generated this. So I want to work with it. Now I might go one more deck or span out, or I might curve it right here, because over here is where, oh, I turned on the wrong button there. Over here is where we come. Look at all my handiwork. And some of the mods this world is so old that you see how these different forest soils, they didn't get added because I didn't add that mod at first. So we just come back here. Now, this brings up an interesting thing because we have two buildings. These two buildings, the Art Institute, and then we have a street going that way. So I can put another building here, bring this street up, and bring a street parallel back here, and actually put more buildings over here to give it a real cool effect. So that's what I'm probably going to do. I really don't want to move that tree. It accidentally grew. So I'm thinking about keeping it. But that's what I've been up to. If I come over here. Now I did leave these trees because I completely paved over this area. And I'm going to keep going out. Yeah, I'm not too thrilled about that stuff there. But it'll all, like, this over here is going. It's all going to be leveled out so I can put whatever I want in. And there's a hole. I wonder how that happened. Oh, that just made things worse. So come on. I should not be lagging. Yeah, there we go. So that, now we're back to where we started. I don't know. Let's see if let's see what I could do. What I'm thinking about, I got traffic stuff in here. Let's just go in here real quick. So we take one of these for the legs and take one of these. Ooh, you know what? We have that one there. Now for the head would obviously use a full, see, we can't do a full block for the head. So maybe this block here. And then for the lion's mane, we could do something like that. So what I'm thinking about is we do that. And I keep hitting the wrong. So 1, 2, we do that. We do this one. No, that's not what I wanted. We do that. That is here. You know what? That might have accidentally done what I wanted. No, because I want to take this one here. So you get to see me. And then, see, this isn't going to sit because that's not a full block. So we need my full block back. Oh, that one curved block was really cool too. There we go. There we go. So now we do something like that and like that. Is his main towards the, no, I'm right. I'm always right. So I'm thinking about doing something like this. Now the problem is that it's such a small size that, see, now I got to do something about the face. That's not bad. Except that's not bad at all. Why are these like this? Oh, you know what? You know what else might work? Put this back in here. Let us grab one of these and that one. So for this front one, we are going to put this one like this. And then for the back legs, we are going to do this one. You know, that's not bad. Because I could actually, oh, I know what I could do. It's all placing stuff. This lag is really, that's not bad. Let us look at, so if we take this one out and put this one here and go, that just gave me another idea to create legs. That's pretty cool. That looks like a lion. I mean, if you really want to get down to it, let's see if I have any copper, because it's actually made out of bronze, but I do have green copper roofing, but I don't think that I can. Let's see, green decorative copper. Let's take this out and put this in here. Let me see if this will cut. Oh, it won't cut. That would have been perfect. You know what I can do? I can make my own. Now, one of the things... Oh, real quickly before we end, because I'm at 27 minutes, even though I don't care. I mean, if you want to click away from the video, that's entirely up to you. We have these things over here, but I wonder how wide they are. Steel bottom. Nah, they're too wide. That would have been, it would have been a good, oh wait, steel bottom, large support. What did I do? Just take the same one? Medium, steel bottom, large. I thought there was a small. Let's see if there's a small. And oh, I have a steel cable. Bummer. Okay, let's do this. That puts it in the center. That's not what I wanted. And the only problem is when you cut the what did I do with that steel block? That'll stand upright, but it's too thick. However, we do have, when I think of this, let's try something here. Look at that. The only problem is that it hangs over. But that looks cool. So that, I think I can do the lion, because that looks like a lion. So if we come over here, now the only thing, either way, I can put that on top of here, because I really don't want to make that too wide, even though I would have to make it 3 wide. All right, either way, there's my lion. So I can do the legs the one way or the other. The problem is I can't put the legs closer. But I think that's a real good representation of a lion. I like that. I just have to work out the color. So we have 3 different block sizes. We have the back legs. We have that. All right. So I will play with that, because I think that would, and I think that would really, and we have to go 3 back. So it's a total of 3, because the back leg is here. All right, that will work. I just have to figure out what I want to do about that being, it doesn't matter if it hangs over. Because if I do 2, then you'd have to split. And that's an option too. I can do that. But I don't know how well that this is going to turn out here and look. So even if I do 2, that's not bad either, because the actual statues are very wide. The statues are actually going to sit on top. You know what? I think we just figured it out. I think, and do something like this. And then, so using those blocks from the circular saw, I would just cut them in half. But I'm going to play with that, because that does look kind of cool. And the actual base for them is higher. So what I mean by cutting them in half is that in using these blocks here, like this block, if I do something like this and then stand it up at the edge of there. So you see how that block is making that? So now if I take another one and I put it, if I take another one, put it here, and do that. So now that's a half block, a half slab, but it's standing upright. And then I can build, and there's enough pieces in here. Instead of this piece here, we would use, it's all gone. Nice. So to create the main, I would use 2 of these and then 1 of these. 2 of these together will equal 1. So there we go. We have our lion. That is so cool. And we're going to put the lion right there. So that will, oh, I'm liking that. Thank you, Francisco. Was it Francisco? I don't know. It was, I'm pretty sure it was, yes, Francisco. Yes, I will not forget about the lions. If I'm wondering, I can also go 3 wide and then do a larger one. So I'm going to have to play with the size, but you can see the size of that lion over there. I think that'll work out right there in between those 2 and give it a real cool effect. So there you have it. That is how we play. All right. So hopefully everybody's doing great in this real weird times. And they must have, in Illinois, they opened up the deal again, because I went to work on one night and there was no traffic. And then I went to work the next day and everything was filled. All the highways were filled with traffic. So I kind of like the quarantine. So I don't know. But that looks cool. There you have it. There's all my updates and everything else. And I haven't had an issue yet, so I know it's not the game. It's actually something updated in Linux, and the APU or the AMD GPU drivers got hosed because now all of a sudden Windows is handling the lag a lot better. So there is that. I'm gonna have to work on that. So, like I said, hopefully everybody is doing well. Play more Minetest, whatever game you want to play. Have fun. Use the quarantine period for learning something new, doing something. You don't have to just sit and watch TV. Although I did watch Arthur again for the 152nd time. I introduced my daughter to Arthur, Dudley Moore, and Liza Minnelli. And we had a blast. That movie was hilarious. So, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. We will continue with this city. And next episode, I'll show the lions off and everything else, what I come up with. We will go from there. So, until next episode, goodbye.